I've eaten basically the same foods for 3.5 years. And honestly, I think that's one of the biggest reasons I've been able to stay consistent. Today, I'm showing you the 3 meal preps I make almost every single week. There are a few reasons that I do it this way. Number one, I don't like thinking about food anymore. I used to obsess about food and what's for dinner, what's for supper, what different things that we were going to have, like this myth of variety. Decision fatigue. It would always create this decision fatigue. What's for dinner? And then an argument, or there was a friction point between me and the people in the family. Well, I don't want that. Well, what do you want? That kind of thing. We're busy and tired, and when I get hungry, I just want to eat something. And I want healthy food, the food that's most nutritionally dense, to be the first option and the easiest option. So it just takes the guesswork out of it. And one of the reasons I share this kind of content is because I think people have more access to healthy food than they realize. We've been misled that healthy food is a variety of food, when really healthy food is just a few things: meat, eggs, dairy, and I love my coffee. And it doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. Everything starts with these 3 meal preps. A staple in my house is ground beef. I buy packages of 5 pounds. Usually get these from Sam's Club. It's 5 pounds of ground beef for about $30. It's about $6 a pound. And a 5-pound pack of meat will last us, along with a couple of other things, it will last us for a whole week. I do different combinations of ground beef dishes, and it just works. You can keep it as simple and plain as you want, just adding butter and salt. Sometimes I part it out and I'll do 1 pound of taco seasoned meat, 1 pound of plain just salt and ground beef, and then 3 pounds for a meatloaf or meatballs, something like that. There's taco bowls, there's breakfast bowls, cheeseburger bowl, cottage cheese bowls. There's a lot of different ways you can eat ground beef and add different flavors. You could add Italian seasoning and have a lasagna bowl if you wanted to do cottage cheese, ground beef, Italian seasonings. If you wanted to add a little tomato sauce, that would be great too. When we have tomato sauce, pizza sauce, anything like that, marinara, we buy the brand Rayo's. Those are good options too. Ground beef is probably the most versatile thing in my refrigerator. This week, meal prep number 2 was meatballs. So I put about 2.5 pounds of ground beef, parted out, and then a 1/2 pound of pork sausage, and I mixed those all together. I added 3 eggs. I will put all of the recipe information in the description. I added about a cup of hand-shredded, hand-grated cheese, and I used a cheese called butter case. It's just some type of melting cheese. It said good for grilled cheese, and I thought it would be great in the meatballs. Letting the meatball mix kind of go room temperature, because even my gloves on, it was so cold from the refrigerator that my fingers were like getting numbish. I just let that sit out for a while, do some other things, get this prepped. But these are simple ways that really help, consumed with, well, what's for dinner? What are we gonna eat? Brown up the rest of this. This is a pound of ground beef. I'm gonna brown it up, season it with the taco seasoning, salt it, and then I'm gonna use this as the taco bake for Taco Tuesday. I like this skillet, it's ceramic coated. I'm gonna have everything linked from this video so you can just click on it and it'll take you straight to Amazon. I'm just gonna use this one. I just used some kind of silicone. So this is what I do. Also, you could use mozzarella. You can use any kind of cheese you want. I did choose to buy blocks of cheese this week and shred them with my handy dandy, my rotary cheese grater. I love this thing. I use it all the time. And that way it feels a little bit cleaner because there are no clumping agents in the cheese. I'm not hating on bagged cheese. We certainly buy it and we certainly use it and eat it. I just wanted to get some fancy cheese. You can tell that it does not have clumping agents in it because the cheese kind of clumped together, but it was fine. I salted my ground beef. I let that sit in the refrigerator overnight just because I didn't feel like scooping meatballs, because I always feel like it takes a long time, but it does not. It's very few ingredients. And again, I will put the ingredients and the exact measurements in the description so you do not have to rely on the video. Once I get them all mixed up and rolled out, I use an ice cream scoop and then I hand roll them. I always wear gloves. I do not like to touch raw meat. And so I roll those out. I lay them on a cookie sheet with parchment paper, and then I put them in the freezer to freeze, and then a few days later I will put them in freezer bags. All right, y'all, I just got home from Indianapolis, the Bible study that I go to every week with my in-laws and cousins and extended family. It's fantastic, but I am hungry. Here we go. You might hear some in the background, farmers in the back baling hay. I don't know, farming tech. And there's a fan or an air purifier going in our bathroom because we're having our bedroom because we're having our bathroom renovated. Got these meatballs, running low on the parchment paper. Met my in-laws, a Bible study from 10 to 12, and then I stay until 4 or 5 and chat, and always have lunch there, and it's always eggs and ham, and I love it. Always trying to make sure I have food prepared for Dale to eat while I'm gone. And if he wants, there's 6 meatballs in here. That way they're very easy to grab and go. If you didn't want to do meatballs, I even considered this. I thought about you could do meat loaf, and you could do a theme like Meatball Monday, that kind of thing. I like thinking in themes. They're so freezer friendly. You can grab these. I them in the air fryer for 10 minutes at 350. They came out pretty good. I like my hamburger to be cooked all the way through, so I don't see any pink. I do check it with a meat thermometer, a thermopin, and these are a family favorite. And so when I go out of town or if I'm busy, I like to have food for Dale to go ahead and he can just air fry quickly and have prepped food on hand for the days that he is busy or I'm not home. Because he works from home, I am home a lot as well. We don't have a sit-down meal because all of us are together most of the time throughout the day. The other thing is we change it up with the meatballs. Some days I just have cream cheese with them. Sometimes I have them with cottage cheese. Sometimes I have them with sour cream. It's usually a dairy, as you can tell. There's a good combination. There's a little bit of a variety there that way. So we don't eat these exactly the same way every day. And Dale doesn't eat exactly the same way as me either. He's different and he does what works best for him and I do what works best for me. Having those little tweaks and those little differences, that little bit of variety, I do realize it is a small amount of variety, but having those small options with the same meal prep keeps things simple without feeling that repetitive. But honestly, there are days, 2 or 3 days in a row, that I will eat exactly the same thing because I'm eating to get nutrition. I'm not eating for enjoyment or emotion. It's how I kept myself consistent because in the very beginning, those first few months, I was conscientious of this idea that I would accidentally mindlessly eat candy when I was at work or eat these things when in the very beginning I had a goal of lowering my inflammation and feeling better. So I didn't eat off plan at all. I was pretty strict carnivore for months. And there were days that I just thought, I do not want to eat another burger patty. But I would just keep plugging away because I didn't want to go back and feel badly again. And I thought, well, if I could how much better would I feel if I just had a couple bites of a hamburger patty other than something else? And just doing something over and over, the nature of it builds that muscle. That's kind of a skill that you can build over time. Believe me, it wasn't just solely on willpower. I had to tell myself a couple of different things. I did not want to go back to feeling as badly as I was feeling when I first started. Meal prep number 2 is some kind of a taco pie, an egg casserole. It's really just the same few things, but in a different combination. So this week I did what's called taco pie. You're going to liberally butter a pie plate, just a standard pie plate. And this is my cheese grater, my rotary cheese grater that I love so much. It's just 2 different types of cheddar cheese. Then I use my hand mixer. It's a KitchenAid. I've had it for years. I love it because I don't do a lot of baking. I'm going to beat 6 eggs and then I will add 1 cup of heavy cream. Again, all of the ingredients will be in the description. So I'm just going to beat that up and it makes it very nice. I'm going to lay out the meat in the bottom of the pie plate. I'm going to salt it liberally and add the taco seasoning. It's Redmond real salt taco seasoning. So I love that. You want 1.5 cups of cheese divided. I just covered it up, and then I poured the egg and heavy cream mixture all throughout it, and then I topped it with the rest of the grated cheese. You want your oven to be preheated. I'm using the Typhor sink oven, and I'm going to bake that for about 35 minutes at 350 degrees. It really just varies with each appliance, but I did check it a couple of times throughout. It just varies. So preheat your oven, and then it's going to come out like this, and it's beautiful. It was very browned on the top, fluffy, cheesy, and taco season deliciousness. Consistency, one of the things that really helped was I did not get hungry, and I always had food that I could eat on hand, and I pretty quickly naturally transitioned into only eating when I was hungry. I was able to start noticing and picking up on my true hunger patterns. And when you're really hungry, even a hamburger and eggs sounds good. I'm a person that I get decision fatigue pretty easily, so only having a limited number of things at my disposal, just buying a limited number of things and only eating the same thing over and over really helped me, because when I have so many options, it's too much for me and it makes me feel anxious. Having food ready to eat when you're hungry and having a lot of food batch cooked helps with remove the friction of, well, what am I going to eat now that I'm really hungry? And simple beats perfect. Keeping it simple was very helpful for me. Just keeping it simple, thinking I can eat any meat, any eggs, any dairy I want. And if I could just fill up on that, I would do okay. And people ask me all the time how I've eaten this way for over 3.5 years. And it's not because I have incredible willpower. I can promise you that. It's not because I'm some special unicorn. That I was just really determined not to feel as badly as I used to feel. And I started to feel better so quickly because I made the healthy choice the easiest choice. I just kept making the decision every day. I can eat another egg. I can eat eggs again. I can eat hamburgers. I can eat bacon. And I just did it over and over and over. So whether you eat carnivore or low carb or high protein or animal based or whatever you want to call it, or maybe don't eat anything like that, you don't have to copy my meals. Just copy my system. Find a few foods you enjoy, meat, dairy, eggs. But if you enjoy fruits and vegetables, go for it. Whole foods are always going to be the better option. And so find a few whole foods that you enjoy, prep them ahead of time, batch cook them, and make life easier for your future self. So if simple, real, affordable habits are your thing, I'd love to have you subscribe. Every Tuesday, I'm sharing another lesson that's made my life a little healthier and a lot more intentional. We'll see you next time. Bye.